Like, come on, dog. You know everything is smooth over here. You know I had to change up a little bit of the scenery just to give you guys a different look, but just understand this video right here is very, very impactful. So definitely stay in tune. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe. You already know what the smell, the deal is. Guys, why are a lot of you guys one-dimensional? Nah, seriously, a lot of you guys are one-dimensional. If I were to describe a lot of you guys based off the comparison of an object, it'd be a random sheet of spiral notebook paper. You guys are that transparent. You guys have no sense of depth. No sense of depth at all. You guys are so one-dimensional. You guys gotta develop the sense of depth, man. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by this, you guys need to work hard to be more well-rounded. A lot of you guys struggle in certain areas in life because you haven't really developed a lot in multiple ranges, in a multitude of ranges. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am by far the most well-rounded individual, but when it comes to social interaction, being in spaces where it requires me to speak, express my thoughts, feeling comfortable of who I am, I could be very comfortable in those spaces. As a matter of fact, I control the room. That's how I feel. I feel like I control the room. You know what I'm saying? So I notice a lot of brothers, right? You guys struggle in a multitude of areas. It might be learning how to be vulnerable. It might be being able to interact, having struggles of being able to interact with others. It might be having a sense of social anxiety. It might just be being comfortable within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Guys, when it comes to self-improvement, continue to work on yourself, bro. A lot of you guys are literally duplicas, like duplicas of whatever is on the media. I don't know what it is. Now, what do I mean by that, right? A lot of you guys talk the same. A lot of you guys dress the same. A lot of you guys think and behave the same. There is no, listen, there is barely, when it comes to this current generation, there's barely a sense of authenticity. There's a lack of like someone just being different, being unique. A lot of people are straining from that path. Why? I just don't quite understand that. And that all revolves around self-development, becoming a well-rounded individual, bro. A lot of you guys are scared of being yourself, man. Like, y'all gotta develop that. Y'all gotta develop in areas that you guys struggle in. If you know, okay, for me, right? I noticed growing up, I wasn't the most expressive. I was very shy. I could relate to a lot of you guys. I was very shy growing up. I didn't like to speak. I rarely had friends. You know what I'm saying? And as I gotten older, by the time I got to middle school, I noticed that, okay, as far as anything outside of school, I was stable. I was in the same environment for roughly, over a decade. So, okay, I knew the friends that I was gonna have, those are the friends I'm gonna develop friendships with. So that was gonna require me to be a little bit more interactive, to be more social, to put my best foot forward and actually introduce myself. These were things that I was very, very, very timid about. You know what I'm saying? But I understand if I didn't want to become one-dimensional, I had to develop in areas where I was going to increase my sense of depth, to where I was going to be more well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? So people tend to, a lot of people tend to ask me, like, bro, how is it so easy for you to go up to people and talk to people and interact with people? Well, for one, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I developed that because I understood within society and within your community, being able to be social and interact with others that's just absolutely necessary. It has to happen. You know what I'm saying? So this whole shying away, and I understand for some people it might be very hard, but you got to embrace the hard things. You got to do what's hard, bro. You got to do what's hard. I don't want you guys to be one-dimensional. As far as behavior, as far as how you think, even the aesthetics, how you dress. You know what I'm saying? I tend to believe I dress differently compared to other people. Personally, I feel like I have my own sense of style. You You gotta separate, bro. You gotta separate. A lot of you guys are like this. A lot of you men, a lot of you brothers are literally like this. You gotta be able to sit there and separate. How can you develop this sense of separation? Overall development. Overall self-development. Have an ability to be socially aware. Hey, my weaknesses are right here. How can I develop these weaknesses? How can I explore and expand my sense of self-development? You guys are not willing to do the homework, bruh. Y'all not willing to work hard and be disciplined enough to work in those areas. Stop being shy. Go out there. Gotta be fearless, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really want you guys to really go out there, man. And work on the things just to be more developed in certain areas, and it's gonna help you become a better individual, bro. It really is. It's up to you, man. Like I could go on this camera, have a 20-minute conversation and post it on YouTube. At the end of the day, it's what you implement. It's what you implement. Even these tapes that I drop on YouTube, man, I even go back and review them just because I could still work on how to becoming a better communicator, how to express my thoughts thoroughly to where it could be digestible amongst others. See, that all revolves around just overall just being well-rounded in overall development. I'm still going back home and working. I'm working. I'm relentless. I've told my friends, my best trait is how determined I am. That is my best trait. That is my best trait. How determined. No one is by far more determined than I am. That all resorts back to me just not trying to be one-dimensional. How can I expand? How can I expand? You feel what I'm saying? It's your boy.